There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nil. Another shot on goal.
Pacheco to the house. Wow. Off return, Brock Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the end zone. It's tipped and popped.
That's first one. Did he get it? He did.
Shot here. Over the head.
With Murphy O'Brien taking the hand. Down's right up. Somebody scores.
Another one comes in off the crossbar, straight up in the air. Players down. Goal. Goal.
And this one is a long break right at the crossbar and a goal.
Off right at the net cord.
Goes across. Going out and sees it. Trying to come back for Eastman with a nice save for Sart. Puts it back up through. Inside the 20. Joe Leah with a scissor touchdown. Big beat by Taro right into the center. Headed down. Sart score. Righty. To the opposite side and a score. That one back forward. Another hit from Thibodeau. Comes off it.
Carry on with the pass. Deep. And it's caught.
Right as he puts it onto the foot of Berardo. Berardo set that one back across. There it is. Big beat by Leahy. Inside the mix. That would get in it.
Elijah Ocean. He's got separation. He's got space. He's got himself a first down and goal. He's in.
Sets back.
Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down
20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nil. Another shot on goal.
Pacheco to the house. Wow. Off return, Brock Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the end zone. It's tipped and popped.
That's first one. Did he get it?
Shot here. Over the head.
With Murphy O'Brien taking the hand. Down's right up. Somebody scores.
Another one comes in off the crossbar, straight up in the air. Players down. Goal. Goal.
And this one is a long boot right at the crossbar and a goal.
Off right at the net cord.
Goes across. Going out and sees it. Trying to come back for Eastman with a nice save for Sart. Puts it back up through. Inside the 20. Joe Leah with a scissor touchdown. Big beat by Taro right into the center. Headed down. Sart score. Righty. To the opposite side and a score. That one back forward. Another hit from Thibodeau. Comes off it.
Carry on with the pass. Deep. And it's caught.
Right as he puts it onto the foot of Berardo. Berardo set that one back across. There it is. Big beat by Leahy. Inside the mix. That would get in it.
Elijah Ocean. He's got separation. He's got space. He's got himself a first down and goal. He's in.
it in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, like King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot.
Coming out is White. The Falcons nil. Another shot on goal. Pacheco to the house. Wow. Got return. Brock Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the end zone. It's tipped and that's first down. Did he get it? He did. Shot here. Over the head. With Murphy O'Brien taking your hand. That's right. Somebody scores.
Another one comes in off the crossbar, straight up in the air. Players down. Goal! Goal!
And this one is a long boot right at the crossbar and a goal. Off right at the net cord. So the cross goes out and sees it. Hit for. Trying to go back for Eastman with a nice save. Bassett puts it back up through. Inside the 20. Joe Leah with a scissor touchdown. Here's beat by Tara right into the center. Headed down. Top score. See up the side and a score. That one back forward. Another hit from Thibodeau. Comes off it.
Carry on with the pass. Deep. And it's caught.
Right as he puts it onto the foot of Berardo. Berardo second one down the cross. There it is. Big beat by Leahy. Inside the mixer. That would get in it.
Elijah Ocean, he's got separation. He's got space. He's got something first down and goal. He's in.
Sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, like King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot.
Coming out is White. The Falcons nil. Another shot on goal. Pacheco to the house. Wow. Got return. Brock Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the end zone. It's tipped and that's first down. Did he get it?
Shot here. Over the head.
With Murphy O'Brien taking your hand. That's right. Somebody scores.
Another one comes in off the crossbar, straight up in the air. Players down. Goal! Goal!
And this one is a long boot right at the crossbar and a goal. Off right at the net cord. So the cross goes out and sees it. Hit for. Trying to go back for Eastman with a nice save. Bassett puts it back up through. Inside the 20. Joe Leah with a scissor touchdown. Big beat by Tara right into the center. Headed down. Top score. Leahy. See up the side and a score. That one back forward. Another hit from Thibodeau. Comes off it.
Carry on with the pass. Deep. And it's caught.
Right as he puts it onto the foot of Berardo. Berardo second one down the cross. There it is. Big beat by Leahy inside the mixer. That would get in it.
Elijah Ocean, he's got separation. He's got space. He's got himself a first down and goal. He's in.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nil. Another shot on goal.
Pacheco to the house. Wow. Off return. Brock Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got it. And in the end zone, it's tipped and
Did he get it? He did.
shot here. Over the head.
With Murphy O'Brien taking the hand. That's right up. Savannah scores.
Another one comes in off the crossbar, straight up in the air. Players down. Goal! Goal!
And this one is a long boot right at the crossbar and a goal. Off right at the net cord. There we go.
Strikeout cancer game between Barrington Eagles and Mount Hope Huskies. My name is Coach Joe Simeone. I'm going to do the starting lineups for Barrington. Number 4, shortstop, Gabe Tennis. First base, number 8, Quinn Murphy. Sorry, center field, number 3. Right field, number 11, Ned Shapiro. Left field, number 15, Harry Turner. Second base, number 6, J.B. Salico. Third base, J.C. Niemeyer, number 17. D.H. Andy Fletcher, number 12. He's batting for the catcher, Evan Anderson, number 14. Today's starting pitcher, number 5, Harrison Cooley. First base, number 13, Nick Scandura. Assistant coach, Jeff Turner, and head coach, Vinny Scandura. Now for the Mount Hope Huskies, starting in right field, number 9, Ethan Santier. Shortstop, number 7, Dayton Van Amberg. Second base, number 3, Parker Camello. Catcher, number 15, Jack Standish. Third base, number 13, A.J. Jones. First base, number 18, Matt Gale. Starting pitcher today, number 17, Brad Denson. Designated hitter today, number 11, Aiden McDougal. Playing in
As we welcome you inside the broadcast here on Fans Only Sports Network, it's the Jimmy Fund Let's Play game to benefit childhood cancer. And it's baseball action featuring the Mount Hope Huskies and the Barrington Eagles from Gutierrez Field here in Bristol, Rhode Island. Matt also on the broadcast with you this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. It is a little bit chilly, overcast. We had some sprinkles falling a moment ago, but hopefully it's going to all hold out and we'll be able to get this game in as both teams meet around the pitcher's mound. And you're going to see a lot of pink on the field today. Mount Hope in pink jerseys with black numbers. Barrington wearing gray jerseys with pink numbers. As we continue to raise money to help strike out cancer. And the head coach of the Mount Hope Huskies making a comment before the game. So far this week, they've already raised $13,000 for the Jimmy Fund. Just an exciting and awesome situation to be a part of. I want to say thanks to Christy Belisle for reaching out to us, letting us know about this game today, allowing for Fans Only Sports Network to be here and bring this action to you. This game is available free on Fans Only Sports. It's fansonlysportz.com. Just go to our website, watch it right there through the YouTube player. We will have the game available later as well up on our network site. So if you have a high school Sports Unlimited access pass, you're going to be able to also see that game later today inside of our normal broadcast platform. But because of the nature of this game today, wanted everybody to get a chance to be able to see this one as much as possible, and so that's why today is a free broadcast on fansonlysportz.com. The Barrington Eagles, of course, being the visiting team, will lead this one off, and they'll go with number 4, Gabe Tennis at shortstop. Murphy Quinn will play in center field, bat second. Ned Shapiro will be the right fielder, batting third. Harry Turner will bat fourth, playing out in left field. The second baseman is JT Salico. He'll bat fifth. J.C. Niedermeyer is going to be at third base, batting sixth. Andy Fletcher is the DH. He'll bat seventh. Harrison Cooley is the pitcher. He'll bat eighth. And Nick Scandura at first base will bat ninth. And for the Mount Hope Huskies, under the direction of head coach Mike Mazzarella, it's going to be Ethan Santerre in right field leading off. Dayton Van Amberg will bat second as he plays at shortstop. Parker Camello, who we mentioned a lot of times during soccer season, will bat third as he plays at second base. Jack Standish is the catcher. He'll bat fourth. A.J. Jones plays third base, batting fifth. Matt Gale is the first baseman, batting sixth. Brad Denson on the mound today for the Huskies will bat seventh. Aiden McDougall's the DH, batting eighth. And Aiden Ramalia, who we mentioned many times during football season, will bat ninth, playing in center field. As they get all of the particulars in order, few jersey changes today as they're wearing the special edition jerseys like we talked about. So a couple of players wearing some different numbers than they might normally wear, as we see happen plenty of times during special edition games. As we take a look at the two teams in the stat matchup presented by Paiva Realty, the Perino team, sell your home faster, and for more money, visit perinoproperties.com for more information. Huskies 4-7 on the season. The Eagles coming in at 9-3. Huskies had a great start to the season, won their first 4. Since then, it's been a hard slide for them. They've dropped 7 straight. They're going to look to try to get back on the right side track today. As the two coaches are talking it over at home plate. Huskies players have taken the field, so they're certainly ready to go. As the coaches cover the ground rules on this Gutierrez Field, a long way to the outfield wall. Center field's got to be a good 400 feet, if not more. These are major league dimensions by the way that the field looks. So I don't think we're going to see too many balls getting way deep back to the scoreboard. That stands out there in center field as well. We'll see how that one works as they talk it over. Barrington's talking it over. And it looks like we're going to be set and ready to go finally. So it's going to be Tennis, Quinn, and Shapiro. 1, 2, 3 here in the top of the first for the Barrington Eagles. As Brad Denson on the bump for the Mount Hope Huskies. Fans Only Sports Network, powered by ViewStub, presented by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 60,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports, where athletes looking to play at the next level be seen by being a part of the nation's #1 recruiting service. Join RREliteRecruits.com. Sign up for your free profile today, as the weather wants to wreak havoc with us, as it always is. And we'll do our best to make sure that we can keep a steady and a strike for Quinn Murphy to 0-1. That one gets sent out into fair territory in right field. And the Eagles have one on. A 1-1 to Turner. Outside. And actually it's a 3-0 count. Our apologies on that one. So leading count for Turner at 3-0. Turner fouls that one back, and that'll be 3-1. JT Salico in the on-deck circle. There is 2 outs in the inning with 1 on. Fouled back, and it'll bring the count full at 3-2. We think we I was about to jinx myself and say that I think we had it solid, and it looks like not. And we're doing the best we can with the weather conditions outside and where exactly we are as well, too. That one pops up off the edge of the grass. Errant throw! Coming around to score will be Shapiro, and ending up at second will be Turner. A single and an error. And it'll bring Shapiro around to score, and it's 1-0 Barrington. And it brings JT Salico to the plate. A quick hit to Salico here. And that one's outside and called strike one. We'll get a confirmation on the count. And it's a 1-2 count. Down in the dirt, got him swinging for strike three. And that'll take care of the Eagles. But they put one on the board on a hit from Ned Shapiro, and then Harry Turner got him all the way around on the single with a throwing error. So it's 1-1 on two hits, one error and one left on base as we go to the bottom of the first. Eagles over the Huskies, 1-0. You're watching Rhode Island High School baseball on Fans Only Sports Network.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets bat.
Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down.
20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and a score into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Pacheco to the house. Wow. Off return. Brock Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the end zone. It's tipped and
That's first down. Did he get it? He did.
shot here. Over the head.
With Murphy O'Brien taking the hand. That's right up. Somebody scores.
Another one comes in off the crossbar, straight up in the air. Players down. Goal! Goal!
And this one is a long boot right at the crossbar and a goal. Off right at the net cord.
As we come back for the bottom of the first. And it's the Eagles on top of the Huskies, 1-0. As we get started with the right fielder, number 9, Ethan Santier. And a good eye from Santier as he's to 3-0 on the count. Called strike one, sets it at 3-1. And he gets the walk to start it off. So it brings up the second hitter playing at shortstop, number 7, Dayton Van Amberg. Sliding back was Santier. And a foul ball. Santier goes. Van Amberg sends that one across the first base area, and Santier is going to haul for third. And it's first and third with no outs. And it brings Parker Camello to the plate, wearing number 3 and batting third. Parker Camello playing at second base. Familiar name to Husky fans and Fans Only Sports Network fans. If you watched during soccer season, you heard Parker Camello's name called quite a number of times. Camello cranks that one out into center field. It's going to score Santier. And sliding into third will be Van Amberg, and Camello is on at second. Well, what a start for the Huskies. As it brings up Jack Standish. Still no outs in the inning. And a struggling start for Harrison Cooley. That's a pass ball. Is it far enough back? Maybe. Sliding in. They're going to call him out. So Van Amberg gets called out. Camello advances to third in the midst of all that. And one out on the inning now for the Huskies as Standish sets in with a 1-0 count. A.J. Jones in the on-deck circle. And strike one call brings the count to 1-1. Boys lacrosse action coming up later on Fans Only Sports Network. Bishop Hendrick and Hawks taking on the North Kingstown Skippers. That one's going to go right back up off the pitcher's mound. And Standish is on with a single. It'll score Camello, and it's 2-1 Huskies. Now A.J. Jones will be the fifth batter of the inning. Jones playing in third base today. And strike one called to Jones. Trying to get Standish at first. That one's chopped down the third baseline for 0-2. Matt Gale in the on-deck circle. Would be the sixth batter of the inning. And barring a unforeseen circumstance of a double play, would bat as there's only one out in the inning. And a strike called, or perhaps a ball, as that was just a bit on the outside corner. And they tried to throw to second, but they couldn't get Standish running, so he's safe at second. Popped up and foul territory, running for it, but not getting there. The Eagles catcher is going to stay 1-2. It's Evan Anderson, catcher for the Eagles today, not batting in the lineup. He's replaced by Andy Fletcher, the DH. Got him on the strikeout. That's 2 outs on the inning. So it brings up Matt Gale. And a strike one right away to Gale. After the rough start to this one, Huskies have found themselves in a good place. And this one's going to get caught at second to end the inning. But the Huskies pick up 2 runs on getting hits from 3 of their first 4 batters. No errors and 1 left on base. To the top of the second we go. For Niemeyer, Fletcher, and Cooley, you're watching Rhode Island High School baseball on Fans Only Sports Network.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Borth back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice, open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot.
Coming out is White.
The Falcons nail another shot on goal.
Pacheco to the house. Wow. Off return, Rod Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the end zone.
That's first one in. Did he get it? He did.
Shot here. Over the head.
With Murphy O'Brien taking your hand. That's right up. Somebody scores.
Another one comes in off the crossbar, straight up in the air. Players.
Oh gosh. Going down some speed and hit Trying to come over. Eastman with a nice save. Bassett puts it back up through. Inside the 20. Joe Ray with a scissor touchdown.
As we welcome you back for the start of the second inning. As JT Niemeyer, number 6 hitter, playing at third base today for the Eagles. That's up high for ball one. Niemeyer, Fletcher, Harrison, Cooley to bat here in the second. Foul back. That's going to go all the way across and hit the siding of the house directly behind us. For 1-2. So the netting that goes alongside of the first base side, not exactly long enough for the way in which some of these balls curl. And that'll go out into foul territory again. And it'll stay 1-2. Denson sets, 1-2 count. Foul back. That one's going to go way up, and it's going to bounce off of the side of the building once again and stay 1-2. And that net clearly is not far enough down. Up and outside, and it'll bring the count to 2-2. Popped high, tracking towards the first base side is the second baseman, Parker Camello, and he'll be able to make that catch. So Niemeyer goes down for the first out of the inning, and it brings up the DH, number 12, Andy Fletcher, batting in the 7th position. These sprinkles start to come down just a little bit again. Down for ball number 1, called against Fletcher. Five and a half is an official game in Major League Baseball. We'll have to see what the rule is on a high school game. Maybe through the 5th. That's a strike one for 2-1. We're not talking about raining this game out, but the skies have not exactly looked the best all afternoon here in the Bristol, Rhode Island area, and we've had sprinkles fall. That one's going to go up high and to the backstop, and it's going to bring the count to 3-1. Harrison Cooley, the pitcher, stands in the on-deck circle. He'll bat as there's only one out in the inning. Swinging through, and it brings the count full at 3-2. Walked. Oh, called strike 3. Fletcher thought he walked. And he gets him on the K. And it's 2 outs in the inning as it brings Harrison Cooley to the plate. Huskies will have 7, 8, and 9, and Denson, McDougal, and Romalia in the bottom half of the second. As it's a 1-1 count here on Cooley. Trying to help his own cause as the pitcher of record for the Barrington Eagles. Chopped towards the Mount Hope dugout. Brings the count to 1-2. If Cooley gets on, Nick Scandura is in the on-deck circle. Called strike 3, and Cooley will go down. So that goes 1, 2, 3 for the Eagles in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. To the bottom of the second, it'll be Denson, McDougal, and Romalia as the Huskies lead 2-1. You're watching Rhode Island High School Baseball on Fans Only Sports Network.
Pacheco to the house. Wow. Off return, Rod Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the end zone. It's tipped and caught.
That's first one. Did he get it? He did.
Shot here. Over the head.
With Murphy O'Brien taking the hand. Stands right up. Somebody scores.
Another one comes in off the crossbar, straight up in the air. Players down. Goal. Goal.
And this one is a long boot right at the crossbar and a goal.
Off right at the net cord. Comes across.
Goes out and save it. Hit Trying to come back for Eastman with a nice save. Bassett puts it back up through. Inside the 20. Joe Leah with a center touchdown. Big boot by Taro right into the center. Headed down. Shot. Score. Lady. To the opposite side and a score. That one back forward. Another hit from Thibodeau. Comes off and is.
Carry on with the pass. Deep. And it's caught.
As he puts it onto the foot of Berardo. Berardo set that one back across. There it is. Big boot by Leahy inside the mixer. That would get in it.
Elijah Ocean, he's got separation. He's got space. He's got himself a first down and goal. He's in.
Two-one Huskies over the Barrington Eagles as we head to the bottom of the second, and it's Denson, McDougal, and Romalia for the Huskies. As Harrison Cooley continues on the bump for the Barrington Eagles. Good crowd today here at the field for the Huskies on this strikeout cancer game to raise money for Jimmy Fund. Checked swing, called strike 2. Outside, and that'll bring the count to 1-2. In McDougal in the on-deck circle. We'll bat next for the Huskies. That one's outside, levels the count at 2-2. Boys lacrosse action coming up on Fans Only Sports Network at about half an hour time as Bishop Hendrick and Hawks take on the North Kingstown Skippers. There's a strikeout call there. 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And to catch that game, make sure you have the High School Unlimited pass. And log in to access that game. Ball 1 to McDougal. And a 2-0. McDougal sends that one back to the pitcher. He'll take his time. Sends that one over to Scandura at first. And it's out number 2 for Aiden Romalia. Romalia batting in the 9th position, so this is the bottom of the order, first time through the order. That one came in on an awkward curve. Had Romalia fooled, I think had everybody in the stands fooled as well too, and it's 0-1. On the outside in. But it went back on the opposite outside. So 1-1. Romalia gets contact on that one. It's going to squib back to Cooley, who will flip that one over to Scandura and end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Huskies in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. 2-1 Huskies after 2. You're watching Rhode Island High School Baseball. It's the Strikeout Cancer Jimmy Fund game on Fans Only Sports Network.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Borth back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot.
Coming out is White.
The Falcons nail another shot on goal.
Pacheco to the house. Touchdown. Off return run.
Nobody above him. He's got a man in the end zone. He's tipped and popped.
That's first down. Did he get it? He did.
Shot here. Over the head.
With Murphy O'Brien taking the hand. That's right up. Somebody scores.
Another one comes.
2-1 Huskies as we head to the top of the third. And it's the bottom of the order with the first baseman, Nick Scandura. Gabe Tanis will bat second, standing in the on-deck circle as we head back to the top of the order. First pitch, and Scandura sends that one all the way out into center. Tracking over is the right fielder, Ethan Santerre, and he'll make the catch. Technically goes as an F9. And one out on the inning. So Gabe Tanis comes up to bat, flew out to second base. And his last time up back in the first. Tanis will take that one in for strike one. Tanis fouls that one. And thankful for the fencing backstop. That one would have been pretty much directly at us. Tanis swings through strike three, and he's down in the second out of the inning. Arno. And it'll bring the center fielder, Quinn Murphy, to the plate. As we apologize for the signal difficulties as the weather shifts around here in the Bristol, Rhode Island area. And it seems like any time that it starts sprinkling is immediately when we start to have bits of issues. That one's going to come all the way back. And it hits down. And a 1-1 count to Murphy Quinn. Called strike 2. And a chance here for the Huskies to get out of the inning. Up high brings the count to 2-2. Ned Shapiro in the on-deck circle for the Eagles if Quinn gets on. And that'll get fouled away into the bullpen area. So we'll stay 2-2. And it fouls back again and stays 2-2. A 2-2 count. And down for 3-2. And that'll be a strike 3. They called ball 4 and put Quinn on base. I think that had a little bit of consternation to it. So Quinn walks and Ned Shapiro comes to the plate. 2 outs in the inning. A time called. Quinn pops that one. Sorry, Shapiro pops that one up. It's going to track to center field, diving and making the catch. Out in center field is Aiden Ramalia. And that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base on the walk. And we go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-1 Huskies.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons, no, another shot on goal.
Pacheco to the house. Wow. Pick off return. Brock Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the end zone. It's tipped and that's first down. Did he get it?
As we head to the bottom of the third, And back to the top of the order for the Huskies and Ethan Santerre. Santerre walked back in the first. Sends that one to first. Try to get it over to the pitcher in time. They're going to say yes. Wow. Scandura flipped it to Cooley in time. And they say 1 out on the inning. And it brings Dayton Van Amberg. Amberg singled back in the first. That one sent to shortstop, trying to get it all the way over. And Scandura hauls it in for 2 outs. And Parker Camello will come to bat. So, Camello singled back in the first and scored the first run for the Huskies. And a strike called to Camello. Camello strokes that one out into center field, and Camello is on with his second hit of the day. They'll bring up Jack Standish. Standish singled and drove home a run back in the first. 1-for-1 with an RBI on the day for Standish. And strike one is called on Standish. A.J. Jones in the on-deck circle if Standish gets on, as there's 2 outs in the inning. Fouled straight back from Standish, brings it to 0-2. They tried to get Camello leading at first, and he's back before. Camello goes. Standish sends that one up the hole. Misheld and still got in time. So Standish goes down to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. It's 2-1 Huskies as we head to the bottom of the third. You're watching Rhode Island High School Baseball on Fans Only Sports Network.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front, a shot and a score into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice, open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot.
Coming out is White.
The Falcons, no, another shot on goal.
Pacheco to the house. Wow. Kickoff return
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the end zone. It's tipped and picked.
That's first one there. Did he get it? He did.
Shot here. Over the head.
With Murphy O'Brien taking the hold. That's right up. Savannah scores.
Another one comes in off the crossbar, straight up in the air. Players down. Goal! Goal!
And this one is a long boot right at the crossbar and a goal.
Off right at the net cord.
So Gosh, Gronkowski saved it. Trying to come back for Eastman with a nice save. Bassett puts it back up through.
Still 2-1 Huskies as we head to the top of the fourth. We're now in high school baseball on Fans Only Sports Network, powered by ViewStub and presented by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools and 60,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports for athletes looking to play at the next level. Be seen by being a part of the nation's #1 recruiting service. Join RREliteRecruits.com and sign up today as we go with Harry Turner, the left fielder. Turner gets that one for strike one. Into the bullpen area. These sprinkles have started to fall once again. Down for ball number one. JT Salico, JC Niemeyer will follow Turner as the Eagles bat 4-5-6 here in this fourth inning. Up high for 2-1. Turner singled and then got to second on an E5 back in the first. That levels the count at 2-2. Brad Denson starts his fourth inning of work. And a strikeout as he gets him swinging will bring out number one. Fifth strikeout of the game for Denson. As Salico comes up in that 5 position, playing at second base today, struck out back in the first. Salico goes to bunt, lays one down, gets it. Denson to first, will get it in time to Matt Gale. And they've got Salico down on the 2-3. So it brings up J.C. Niemeyer. Niemeyer flew out to second back in the second. 0 for 1 on the day. Nice little breaking ball there for 0-1. Huskies would love to hold the score line where it is if the weather moving into the Bristol, Rhode Island area continues to move and this game gets called. They're holding the lead right now. They also wouldn't mind escalating the pace of play. This one gets chopped, and they're going to say it hit down inside the batter's box before it rolled out. Now it's going to go as a foul ball, and that'll be staying at 0-2. Randy Fletcher, the DH, stands in the on-deck circle. He'll bat if Niemeyer gets on, as there's 2 outs in the inning. Outside for ball number 1. Huskies have Jones, Gale, and Denson coming up 5, 6, 7 on the order in the bottom half of the fourth. That one to the backstop will bring the count to 2-2. hit him right in the back. And Niemeyer will get on base on the HBP. So we'll bring Andy Fletcher to the plate. Fletcher 0 for 1, struck out back in the second. Good pitch for strike one. You can see the break on that one falling away. Harrison Cooley stands in the on-deck circle. There's 2 on with 1 out. And time called before he threw the pitch. Denson not too happy. He looked like he was already in motion and had to throw the pitch anyway. Denson hauls that one right down the outside corner for strike number 2. 0-2, 2 outs, 1 on. Here in the top half of the 4th. Going strike 3, and that'll end the inning. So they get Fletcher down on strikes for the second time today. It's the 6th strikeout of the game for Denson. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. As we go to the bottom half of the 4th, Huskies still lead 2-1. It's the Jimmy Fund Strikeout Cancer Game on Fans Only Sports Network.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and Denson. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot.
Coming out is White.
The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Pacheco to the house. Wow. Pick off return. Brock Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the end zone. It's tipped and caught.
That's first one. Did he get it? He got
Shot here. Over the head.
with Murphy O'Brien taking the hold. That's right. Somebody scores.
As we go to the bottom half of the 4th, 2-1 Huskies with A.J. Jones. Jones 0 for 1 on the day, struck out back in the 1st. A strike called. Jones, Gale, and Denson, 5, 6, 7 on the order. Here in the 4th. Sends that one all the way down and foul. Losing a grip on his bat and striking out. is A.J. Jones. So it brings up Matt Gale. Gale flew out to second back in the first inning. 0 for 1 on the day. Down and outside. A 1-0 count to Gale. As Brad Denson stands in the on-deck circle looking to help his own cause when he comes to bat. The Huskies lead 2-1 here in the fourth. Foul tip for 1-2. If you're watching this game on fansonlysports.com, we thank you for tuning in on today's game. A free broadcast is this the Strikeout Cancer Jimmy Fun game. And for more high school action, we kindly remind you to purchase a high school unlimited pass, $16 a month, and that will get you unlimited high school sports action live and on demand right here on Fans Only Sports Network as we continue to quest through the remainder of the spring season. A strike called to Denson. Aiden McDougall stands in the on-deck circle. If Denson gets on, what a catch at third by J.C. Niemeyer to end the inning. So Niemeyer climbs the ladder and ends the inning for the Huskies. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. As we go to the fifth, and it's 2-1 Huskies.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20.
Two-one Huskies as we go to the top of the fifth. As Harrison Cooley, the pitcher, comes to bat for the Barrington Eagles. They'll have Cooley, Scandura, and then Gabe Tanis in the fifth. Time ticking away for the Eagles. Cooley swings for strike one. Caught in the middle of a high school staring contest here. Guess there's some decision on prom dates or something going on. Up and outside. And they say 2-1 is the count, so now we get confirmation of what that first pitch was. That one's going to get popped by Cooley over top of the second baseman and into short right field. And Cooley's on with a hit. So Harrison Cooley gets his first hit of the game. And it's going to bring Gabe Tanis to the plate. Tanis over 2 on the day. And my apologies, Nick Scandura. Scandura 0 for 1 on the day as he flew out to right field back in the third. Covering up a line on my scorecard. They tried to look Cooley back to first. Pitch goes up high. Smartly hauled in by Standish. A 1-0 count. That one will go off of the legs of the pitcher. Cooley sliding back in. And it's 1-1 on the count. Going is Cooley out at second. Standish with a phenomenal throw. And that's going to put Cooley down for out number 1. Up high for a ball there. No question about that pitch. Outside will bring the count to a dangerous spot for Denson. Full count at 3-2. Gets him to swing on a breaking pitch. And out number 2 for Gabe Tanis after they threw Cooley out trying to steal second base. Tanis over 2 on the day. Struck out last time up back in the third. That one goes right down the line, stays in all the way down the line. Out in the left field, and Tanis is going to go and settle in at second base with a double. And Murphy Quinn comes to bat. Quinn 0 for 1 on the day. Walked back in the third. Inside, call for a ball. Sends that one well back. Oh, level count. Now Shapiro stands in the on-deck circle if Quinn gets on. That one goes to the backstop. It's going to allow Bertanis to get to third on the pass ball. Well, considering it went actually up over top of the pitcher's head, we could call that a wild pitch. A 2-1 count. Up high for 3-1. That one will get sent out into left field, tracking underneath it and catching it. And that'll end the inning. So the F7 gets out number 3. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. To the bottom of the 5th, 2-1 Huskies.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Borth back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice, open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot.
Coming out is White.
The Falcons, no shot on goal.
To the bottom of the 5th for McDougal, Romalia, and then Santerre, as the Huskies lead 2-1. All the scoring from both sides back in the first inning of this game. Since then, it's been defensive battles. Down outside for ball number 1. McDougal 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out back in the 2nd. That one will go down in the dirt for ball number 2. Aiden Romalia in the on-deck circle. Well, about seconds, that one paints the outside corner to bring it to 2-1. And a strike 2 called. Romalia, sorry, McDougal will have that one called strike 3. As he backed away from it, and it's going to bring Aiden Romalia to the plate. Aiden batting back-to-back with each other will get you confused for a second. Aiden Romalia comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the day as he grounded out as well back in the 2nd inning as he pops that one up, and it's going to head straight down into about the 3rd row of the seats. And strike 1, as that was a mile-high pop up over top of the backstop and had the fans scattering. Worried about the cars parked on the back side of the stadium area, including mine, which is back there as well too. That one gets popped up over top and heading back to first base area. Will be caught. For an F3 is Scandura. Gets a hold on it. Oh, 2 outs in the inning. And it brings Ethan Santerre 0 for 1 on the day. As he walked in the first, ended up scoring. And then grounded out in the third. Dayton Van Amberg stands in the on-deck circle if Santerre gets on. Eagles will have Quinn Shapiro Turner. My apologies. We'll have Shapiro, Turner, Salico. 3, 4, 5 to bat in the 6th. As time ticks away for the Eagles to try to get one back on the dirt for 3-1. Santerre sends that one back. And I'll bring the count full at 3-2. Popped up high, tracking back, and it'll be caught in center by Quinn to end the inning. So the F8 for out number 3, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the 6th, still 2-1 Huskies. You're watching Rhode Island High School Baseball on Fans Only Sports Network.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nil. Another shot on goal.
Pacheco to the house. Wow. Got return. Rod Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the end zone. It's tipped and
That's first one. Did he get it? He did.
shot here. Over the head.
With Murphy O'Brien taking the hand. That's right up. Somebody scores.
Another one comes in off the crossbar, straight up in the air.
Top of the 6th inning, and a strikeout cancer game to benefit the Jimmy Fund. As we go with the Huskies and the Eagles 2-1, and Ned Shapiro, the number 3 hitter, playing out in right field today, comes to bat for the Eagles here. Oh, and it hit the bus. And then the bus driver says, whoops, as it flew straight back over top of us. Strike 2 to Shapiro. Everybody chuckling for a moment. Down in the dirt for ball number 1. Shapiro 1 for 2 on the day. Singled and scored back in the first. Flew out to center field in the third. On the outside corner, held and wanting it was Standish, but instead it's 2-2. Down the line, foul will stay at 2-2 as Denson goes to work here in the 6th. Seven strikeouts on the day for Brad Denson. Got him for number 8. As Shapiro goes down, and it'll bring Harry Turner to the plate. Turner 1 for 2 on the day, singled back in the first, struck out in the fourth. All of the scoring in this game in the first inning, since then, pitcher and defensive duel, and time ticking away for the Eagles. This one's going to track, and getting that one will be Parker Camello. Back behind third base, but we'll call it F4. And it's 2 outs for JT Salico. Salico 0 for 2 on the day. And strike 1. Fouls that one back for strike 2, so an 0-2 count to Salico. That one gets popped up out into the left field area, tracking underneath it and catching it while losing his hat in the process. And it's out number 3 on the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. And the Huskies still hold the 2-1 lead.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races, touchdown. And Borth back out in front, a shot and a score into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice, open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot.
Coming out is White.
The Falcons, no shot on goal.
Pacheco to the house. Wow. Off return, Brock Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the.
As we go to the bottom of the 6th for the Huskies and the number 2 hitter, Dayton Van Amberg. And as the Huskies continue to hold the 2-1 lead, this might be the last time that we'll see the Huskies at the dish today, as Van Amberg swings for strike 1. So it'll be Van Amberg, Parker Camello, Jack Standish, 2, 3, 4, As Van Amberg sends that one to third. Rifling it over to first. Falling away, but they're going to say no. He had his foot to the bag first. And they say Scandura had the tag. So 5-3 is the call for out number 1, and it brings Parker Camillo to the plate. Camillo, 2 for 2 on the day, 2 singles. Scored the go-ahead run back in the first, batting third. On the outside. That one floated away to the outside. It might be a 2-1 count. And it's 3-1 on the count. Right off of the bag, Camillo hits that one. And he's going to track for second as it runs to the left field corner. And Parker Camillo, 3 for 3 on the day as he picks up a double to go with his 2 singles. And it brings Jack Standish 1 for 2 on the day. Inside for ball number 1 as it gives a chance for the Huskies to try to stretch their lead a little bit here with the top of the 7th to come. Camillo aggressive base path running as strike 1 gets called. Down and outside. And a 2-1 count. They look Camillo back to second. Camillo sends that one, and we thought it was going to hit the UPS truck driving by. A 2-2 count. Standish, a 2-2 count as Camillo's on second. That one's going to get past the shortstop. Camillo's going to come around to score. Standish is on with a single. So Huskies stretch the lead to 3-1 as it brings A.J. Jones up with Standish on first and 1 out in the inning. Jones 0 for 2 on the day, 2 strikeouts. Jones is going to send that to short, off of the shortstop. They try to flip. They're going to say they've got him at second.
There you go, Matt.
So Standish will be out at second. And it's 2 outs in the inning for Matt Gale. And they're going to put in a pinch runner for A.J. Jones. Matt Gale 0 for 2 on the day. Goes to bat. Fouls that away for strike one. Eagles will have Niemeyer, Fletcher, Cooley, 6, 7, 8 in the 7th as they try to hold on. Trying to get that one at second and not in time. So A.J. Jones will steal second. And a 1-1 for Matt Gale. Outside. 2-1. Jones being aggressive on the base path as well. Gale's going to slap that one to third. And they'll say that Scandura pulled it out of the dirt. And it'll end the inning. But the Huskies get one more to the board. It's 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left on base. To the 7th and last licks for the Barrington Eagles. You're watching Rhode Island High School Baseball on Fans Only Sports Network.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Borth back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot.
Coming out is White.
The Falcons, no, another shot on goal.
Pacheco to the house. Wow. Off return, Rod Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the end zone. He's tipped and
That's first one. Did he get it? He did.
shot here. Over the head.
With Murphy O'Brien taking it home. That's right up. Somebody scores.
There we go to the top of the 7th. And they'll have Niemeyer, Fletcher, and Cooley as the Eagles try to continue this game. Brad Denson on the bump, trying to go for the complete game. Eight strikeouts on the day. Niemeyer sets in. Up high for ball 1. They've raised close to $1,400 today just here at the game site, on top of the $13,000 that they've raised so far this week to help strike out cancer as part of the Jimmy Fund initiative. And swinging through for strike 1. The 1-1 to Niemeyer. Andy Fletcher in the on-deck circle. Harrison Cooley would bat third, as that one's chopped away for 1-2. We'll check. Yeah, we'll have to check that. Yeah. We'll definitely. So we're getting word that they may have possibly taken back the run credited to Barrington back in the first because the ball was actually called stuck in the hedge. That caused the run to score. We're going to double check for sure on that one. And it's going to bring Grant Fulton to the plate. As he pinch hits for Fletcher. On the outside corner, but called for 1-1. And they have, so this is really a hard spot. And strike 2 called. So he walks. And it puts the pinch hitter on. And we'll bring the pitcher, Harrison Cooley, and they're going to go out to talk to Denson. So we have confirmation on that for sure from the rules officials, and yes, it was taken back. The run was taken back because of the play, the ball going into the hedges. It was a dead ball call. And so they did take the run back, and so it is 3-0. And so this is a spot of bother for the Eagles right now. They have to really put something to the board to come back. As Harrison Cooley bats, Nick Scandura stands in the on-deck circle. Foul ball will bring the count to 2 strikes. Up high, and that's called getting a shave. And a ball for Cooley. Strike 3, down goes Cooley with a little bit of frustration. And it's 2 outs on the inning, and it brings Nick Scandura to the plate. Scandura 0 for 2 on the day. Could represent the last batter of the game. I know, looks like they're going to make a pinch hit Fontaine is going to come to bat instead of Scandura. A check swing, and they called strike one. Denson looking to close this one off for the Huskies. It would be a huge win for them. Up high and outside for 1-1. Huskies won their first 4 games of the season and have dropped 7 straight, as they look to get a win against a team that came in at 9-3. Foul back. That one's going to go off the netting. And 1-2. With 2 outs, last strike. There's a 1-2 count and 2 outs. Denson sets and delivers up high. It'll be 2-2. Up high into the backstop and taking off for second base.
Hey, let's go, Brad. Come on, 2, 3.
And it's a full count now at 3-2. Got him swinging, strike 3, game over. Huskies break the losing streak, and they pick up their 5th win of the season. And for only the 4th time this season, down go the Barrington Eagles. It's a shutout performance and a complete game at that for Brad Denson. And an 11 strikeout performance as the Huskies will get the 3-0 victory over the Barrington Eagles. That'll do it for us here from the Jimmy Fund Strikeout Cancer Game. Thank you so much for tuning in here on Fans Only Sports Network, powered by ViewStub, presented by RR Elite Recruits and Piva Realty. For all of us here at Fans Only Sports Network, I'm Matt Gillis. We'll see you very soon. Until then, good night.